This episode of the Golf Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Underdog is giving away $15 million in Best Bet Mania 5. Sign up today with promo code GolfSGPN to claim your first time deposit offer up to $250 in bonus cash. UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code GolfSGPN. And we're also brought to you by Rhythm. Rhythm has the best AI picks and projections, and their college football product is about to drop. Claim your 7 free-day trial by going on sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM. All right, D-Gens, welcome back. It's your boy, Boston Capper, with the God of Golf stuff. Steve Shermer. We didn't do our normal Sunday recap. So here we are on Tuesday, a couple days after. It is Tuesday, right? A couple days after the Open. Xander, 2-time major winner in 1 year. Hilarious. What are you going to do? What are your thoughts on it, man?
Hilarious?
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Why is it hilarious?
Because, I mean, I just think about all the times we bet on him at like 20-1 and 22 and 26 at these big boy tournaments, and he never came through. And now he's cashed twice at, 10 and 12-1. So,
yep. Well, I think you can probably blame me. I think I said after the Players, I'm just done with the guy.
Yeah.
And 2 majors later, it's a cardinal rule I broke, that whenever I am at a point of just being done with a golfer, just bet him, keep betting him, and eventually he'll prove you right. So, but I am happy for him.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, despite the fact that I probably, considering one of my favorite golfers, Henrik Stenson, won in Troon, and I generally have a pretty favorable view of Xander. I've always liked the guy. I probably should just blindly.
Yeah, you've always liked Xander,
because guys who I like tend to win Troon because I love Troon, and it tends.
Troon's the best. That fucking place did not disappoint. That place is best.
Let's say that's it for a little bit. I want to talk about that golf course in a little bit, but I'm happy for Xander in the standpoint of, I feel like if Xander was just a one major, like if he was like Jason Day, where he always got the one PGA. And that one PGA was Valhalla, which was a setup. I feel like we would have crapped on him. But this was a truly big boy major championship. Even though it didn't have the star power names that you would come to expect, that golf course was absolutely gnarly. It's the Open. He had to grind, and he was absolutely nails on Sunday and got the win.
Dude.
And that's a legacy major right there. Is
Stones, man. Yep. Stones, like the way he carried himself on that back nine was like, it's mine. I'm taking it. It's a completely different looking Xander, man. Like, it really did. It looks like that one major just popped it, And I'm really interested to see where he's gonna go now. So what? He's got 2 majors. Scotty's got 2 Masters, right?
Yep.
So if Scotty wins like 4 Masters and nothing else, I'm just like, oh, he's just a golf course fit. Like, Scotty's not that great.
Yeah. Well, we'll save the Scotty stuff. But what's good, I guess, about Xander is, and people are already talking about, like career Grand Slam for Xander. But the PGA and the Open were probably his worst ones historically. And now he's got those. And now he's got the Masters, where he's got a couple runner finishes there.
Dude, he should have won that. He should have won that year. Decky won.
Yeah, I mean, he could have won the year Tiger won too. He was right there. Yeah. And U.S. Open, obviously, people love talking about his U.S. Open track record, always finishing inside the top 10, except for this year. But very good at that type of setup. I mean, I guess it is kind of feasible. I try not to be a prisoner in the moment of this stuff. A lot of people are tempted to go, over under 4.5 majors for Xander, 3.5, and I always just say just under. But of all the, it's going to be interesting to see if he can really chase it, because those 2 venues have always been pretty good for him. And the way he is so good through the bag, and with how much length he's added off the tee now, to where he's keeping up with the bigger boys. It seems like that's been the biggest difference between guys who really make the leap. It's definitely in play. So good for him. Good for Xander. Happy for him. Happy he got his second major. Happy for our good friend Jeff Nagel. Another major win for him. Congratulations to him. Anything else you want to say about Xander?
And Matt Gannon, what a fucking heater he had. Good Lord.
He had a very good weekend.
No, I was happy for Xander. Now I have somebody I can root for to go against Scotty, and maybe it'll make it fun. Like, I don't know. It would be nice if we could get a rivalry, like these two dogs, like going back and forth. Who's the top dog? I mean, look, somebody else might pop up, but yeah, I mean, as of right now, it's a very cool storyline. We'll see who gets golfer of the year. I guess who wins the fucking FedEx Cup. Maybe Xander actually gets it, but I doubt.
Oh, it's a lock. Scotty's gonna win the golf.
What if he doesn't get the FedEx Cup?
It doesn't matter. It's PGA Tour like centric, and he won the Players, he won the Masters, he won 6 times. Like, he probably could sit out the entire FedEx Cup playoffs and still be the number 1 seed. Yeah, yeah. You got to remember that the PGA Tour, they're all about their brand at this point. And of course, they're not going to give it to the guy who won 2 majors. They're going to give it to the guy who has done the best in apparently the most prestigious championship race of all of sports, the FedEx Cup playoffs.
So stupid. I hate when these guys try to stuff it down my fucking throat, whether it be on TV or the radio. Oh, speaking of the radio, what a sad dude. The guy was only 64, man. Fuck.
Mark Carnival?
Crazy.
Yeah,
man. Like, I listen to him so much because a lot of my golf stuff, like, I consume in the car. You know what I mean? Like, when I'm driving my kids around, or if I'm running around on Saturday, like, I listen to him a lot over the years. Yeah, man. Super sad. Fucking died playing pickleball.
He died playing pickleball?
Had a heart attack.
It's supposed to be like a low impact sport. Oh man.
Hey man, I had a heart attack in my sleep.
Is it like excessive? Was it like excessively hot or something? And he just keeled over?
I don't know.
I
don't know.
That's tough. That's tough. I mean, between Bernhard Langer tearing out his Achilles and Mark Carnival dropping dead in pickleball, I think we should probably whoever's elected president should probably do an executive order to ban that sport.
Or who's ever elected can go play pickleball, one or the other.
Okay, they probably could play pickleball. True. I want to talk. So we spent a lot of time, obviously, with the preview show going over the golf course. You seem pretty hyped before the term. Did it live up to your expectations?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, it was fucking great. It was beautiful. There was so many hard holes. Even holes that like we didn't think were gonna crush guys. Like 9 was eating people up fucking on 2 of the days. The wind switching directions and going opposite of what they thought it was going to be. Like, everything was great. Like, this is what British Opens is supposed to be. Like, not the. Listen, I love the Cam Smith win, but that's not supposed to be, what the British Open is. And the same thing with the Colin win, like, just the TrackMan golf shit. Give me this shit. Give me the rain. Give me cold. Give me wind. Let me see who's got the biggest balls and pulls off the tough shots. Like, just embarrassing people. All 11, 13. Let's go. Yeah,
it definitely. The leaderboard was definitely different than what we're used to as far as every week of the PGA Tour, where guys, it's basically your ball speed masters at this point. But the Open Championship, it was a true Open with the weather elements, with how the first 6 holes, even though it was into the wind, it would, it still was a little bit gettable. But then once those guys turned inland, car crash city, the postage stamp, finally a short. What's that?
That lived so up to it. Oh my God.
I know. Finally, a short par 3 that lived up to the hype. The Joaquin Niemann touch them all, going bunker to bunker to bunker, was phenomenal. Colin chipping into a bunker was great. Rory having everything going wrong for him on the postage stamp was really good. There was a Shane Lowry getting in the coffin bunker on Saturday and making double.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
Yeah, that was everything, because I had very fond memories of Troon back in 2016, and I was wondering if it was just clouded because of the Stenson win, and I was really hoping, just like, because I really built up the golf course to you and just everybody. I was really looking forward to it. I was saying all week it was a really underrated venue, and I'm so happy that consensus people.
So we're not going to get this for another 8 years.
It's not even on the schedule. They only have 2 Opens on the schedule right now.
Well, then let's make it the third year. Let's come right back. Like,
wow, they got to schedule, Cam Smith's return to St. Andrews again in a couple of years. That seems like that's every 5 years. They had to put Carnoustie on the schedule. That's a great one.
That's a good one too. But I want Troon again.
I think they will. This was they got a very good winner. They got very entertaining tournaments. even though a lot of big stars missed the cut, it was very well received by everybody. Yep. So I see no reason why they won't return to Troon.
Did you see that? Did you see that quote with Rory saying he was 24 holes in, thinking about where the fuck he was going to be on vacation next week?
That was not great.
The pain from the British announcers. Oh my god! Like anytime Rory does anything, and that the British Open Radio, as always, absolute stone cold nuts. Like best broadcasting golf all year long. I feel like they might be leaning into it a little bit this year. Like I feel like everybody was trying to be like extra snarky. But yeah, I still loved it. It was still great.
I loved how they brought in the English triple jump champion just randomly in the first round. I didn't even care that they took away from it. It was just it was lovely to hear that,
they had some random female trick shot lady. Who was that?
I don't know. I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that. But no, the Open Championship rated was delightful. It was much better than NBC's debacle of coverage. Just, I mean, it's just they don't really Comcast wants to kill, I think, golf, I feel like, at NBC, including having a playthrough devoted entirely to Tiger practicing putts, which just kind of sent me into orbit.
That was so sad. Oh, I remember. That was a fun little diatribe.
Can I go on like a little 1 minute rant right now? Okay. To the executives at Comcast who surely are listening to this little podcast here. Please,
over there.
Please, for the love of God, we don't need every shot of Tigers anymore. I don't know who finds that entertaining to watch him fan approach shots right, short into bunkers, blade chip shots, chunk chip shots, miss every single 5-footer over and over and over. Until he gives us a reason to feel like he actually can be a competitive golfer, there is no reason to have him just thrown at us every single shot for Thursday and Friday. Because at this point, listen, I'm coming across as a Tiger hater. That's not the case right now. I think we're doing the man a disservice because he clearly is struggling. He clearly cannot do with his body what he wants to do. And it's absolutely embarrassing out there to just continue to trot that out. I'm not saying he needs to retire. He can do whatever he wants, but we're talking about protecting his legacy.
Wow.
We're not doing that by showing every single shot that he's doing. So
I was gonna say there's a very recent example, and maybe he should also bow out of the race. If you want to equate the two.
Mr. Joe Biden. Well, I mean, but Tiger, I think, can stay up past 8 o'clock. So, that's fine. But I think though, like the fact that Tiger can play like high level golf. I mean, there's a difference between high level golf and like championship level golf. After all the back injuries and the fact he can't use his legs, the fact he can still play high level golf by just swiping across his body just to make contact with the ball, like that shows how much he knows about golf, that he's figured out how to actually still hit shots. Because otherwise, though, I mean, like if it was anybody else, they would have retired by now. Yeah. So it's just, I don't know who's finding it entertaining seeing him just grind and just.
I mean, look,
dead energy out there.
TV executives aren't fucking scheduling shit if the eyeballs aren't on it, right? Like, so somebody's fucking watching it. It's nobody I know, but somebody's fucking watching it.
Then you know what? Just make it feature groups, and you can still sell advertising on there too. If you want to go watch every single shot of Tiger, go to Peacock, go to wherever, stream that stuff. You don't need it on the broadcast. And I just think I don't think we're doing him any favors by. It's reminding me of 2015 when he had the chipping yips and was topping shots, and it was hopeless. And they still continue to show every single shot, and it's sad. So that's my little Tiger rant. Come at me, haters, if you want.
All right. So, well, I mean, I guess look, we've wrapped it up pretty much on that. We got to talk about the 3M. Let's pay some bills, then we'll jump into it. It's a very, very quick preview. Very quick. And then we'll jump into this shit show or event. All right, so listen, Underdog Fantasy, we just launched their college football best ball product First place wins $20K. Plus, the higher, lower pick 'em. Pick 8 allows you an opportunity to win 325 times your entry. Best Ball Mania is live with $15 million in prizes, and you can use specials and boosts on all your flex entries. So sign up today with promo code GOLFSGPN to claim your first special pick, plus first time deposit offer up to $250 in bonus cash. UnderdogFantasy.com with promo code GOLFSGPN.
Okay. All right. So let's do a very Cliff Notes preview of TBC Twin Cities. Let me just ask you, Boston Capper, what do you like about TBC Twin Cities?
Prince is from there.
Okay.
Yep.
Apparently, I learned in Discord that the Mighty Ducks was filmed in Blaine, Minnesota, which is where the golf course is.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, really. You know what? I know I promised that we would power rank every member of the Mighty Ducks U.S. national team, but maybe we'll do that for like a bonus pod in the offseason because that would be fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I think I saw Mighty Ducks 1 in the theater.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Mighty Ducks 2 in the theater probably. That's about it. I probably haven't seen Mighty Ducks in I'm fucking 40.
Yeah,
20 something, maybe 30 years.
Well, I've seen Mighty Ducks 2 within the last 10 years. It does not hold up.
No, I can't imagine.
What we remember. I do remember D3 was horrible. Even like 10-year-old me knew this was a piece of shit movie.
Yeah. I didn't even think I watched that one. I remember the fat goalie was also in that Fat Camp movie with Chris Lloyd. By the way, I can't even remember what the hell that movie was called, but I just thought of it. That movie would never get fucking made today. Making fun of
Heavyweights. Heavyweights.
Yes, Heavyweights. Yes, that's exactly what it is. Yes.
Yeah, it's got the kid from the Sandlot in it too.
That's right.
Yep. He's in it as well. Yeah, that definitely.
Great Bambino. He looks exactly the same, by the way. That kid looks exactly the same.
Does he?
Yeah, it's creepy.
Well, he's not a kid anymore. He's probably our age at this point. But that's true. All right, but as far as like the golf course goes, TBC Twin Cities. Anything you like about it besides the fact Johnny Vegas is good there?
Yeah, that's about it. I mean, look, I guess it's fun because it can be car wrecks and shit, but I don't know. Yeah. It's fine. It's not fine. It's a crappy golf course, man. Like
but here's the thing though. We had Troon that had all the car wrecks and different types of car wrecks, hitting into a gorse, hitting into the railroad, getting trapped in one of the pop bunkers. And what's bad about TBC Twin Cities is, there's a lot of penalty strokes getting piled up, but like once the ball hits the water, it's like it's done. It's like, okay. And so you just see that over and over and over. And this piece of property, first of all, this is my least favorite golf course on the entire schedule.
What about the one that they play, the swampy shitty one?
TBC Southwinds?
Yeah.
No, that one's better in this place.
Okay.
But I think just the reason why I can't stand this place is they literally took the state slogan of Land of 10,000 Lakes and decided to make a golf course out of that. And I don't like how with design, your idea of you want to make a hole hard. You say, let's just put a water hazard. I think that's just
Florida golf.
I know it's Florida golf in Minnesota. And funny enough, Arnold Palmer designed this one. So it basically is kind of the Bay Hill. It's a worse version of Bay Hill in Minnesota.
I like Bay Hill.
I mean, you like Bay Hill because of the time of year that it's in. If it was now, you probably would not enjoy it as much. Right. But because, in February, it's firm, it's fast, it's windy. Now, we can get some windy conditions at TBC Twin Cities, and that can be kind of entertaining. The Tony Finau year that he won, we saw Scott Piercy completely melt down.
Thank God. Nothing could have been worse than QAnon Piercy winning. That was I was rooting so hard against that shit.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. But if you read my preview column, basically the only adversity here is just there's only one goal. Just don't hit it in the water, because everything else about this golf course is relatively easy. The approach shots are easier than PGA Tour average. The around the green play is very easier than PGA Tour average. This is one of the easiest places to putt on everywhere. So as long as you just hit the fairway, or even if you don't hit the fairway, just don't hit it in the water, you can get around here pretty easily. There is a little bit of a bomber narrative because, you got Matthew Wolff and Tony Finau and Cam Champ, but it's also important to keep in mind that Lee Hodges and Michael Thompson also won this too. So it's not necessarily just bomber centric, but it does help. I know there's a correlation between guys who do well at Vedanta Vallarta fine, whatever. Both places have longer approach shots. Both places have some penalty off the tee. I get that. PGA National, I think, is a good one to come to mind. Michael Thompson won there and he won here. There's a couple other guys been very
What
good.
happened to that guy?
I mean, he got old. He's like 42. So,
that's not old.
But there's some guys who have been pretty good at PGA National and done well here because for obvious reasons, a lot of water at PGA National, a lot of water here. I think the only thing to really keep in mind is, so comparing last year's tournament, that was very easy conditions. It was soft. It was really hot. There was not a lot of wind. And it turned into a putting contest, like literally turned into a putting contest. If you look at how guys separate themselves, the putter determined like how guys did that week. But historically at this tournament, especially when they get some wind, like the 2021 and 2022 year, how you drive it and how you hit your irons is way more important. And putting gets de-emphasized a little bit. So look at the weather. And that might kind of determine what types of guys will do a little better. Early weather right now, it looks like there's Thursday's going to be incredibly easy. Putting contest, not a lot of wind. I know they got some rain at the beginning of the week, so it's going to start off soft. But looks like we're going to get some wind on Friday, wind on Saturday, wind on Sunday. Okay. So for me, at least, I'm looking for guys who are driving it pretty well lately. Don't have to necessarily be a bomber, but I think in wind, it does help a little bit, just being able to kind of cut through the wind. But it's not a prerequisite. The ball striking is kind of trending. Obviously, some decent form here works, some decent form in some other places where there's a high degree of penalty for missed fairways. And that's really about what I'm looking for. I only have 3 guys on the cards so far. I have room to add. But we'll talk about that. So what about you? What are you looking for this week?
Yeah, man. I mean, I was just kind of looking at some course history. Bomber, listen, the bomber narrative is there. I'm still angry and hurt when Cam Champ stole my lunch money. Cam fucking Champ. Talk about iron player. Like the iron didn't matter that fucking year. I promise you that. He stunk.
Well, I think didn't he do well, John Deere, like a couple weeks before?
He did. He popped a little bit of Deere. Yeah, I mean, look, it's the same shit. Like same shit you're looking at. This field is it's a very strange field. I feel like anybody could win here. There's a clear, 4, 5 golfers who are like skill level is above everybody else's, and there's like a pretty steep drop off, and then whatever, fucking pick your poison. Anybody under that, I feel like can win. You know what I mean? Like there's not too much. I mean, how much difference is there between fucking just randomly? How much difference is there between Griot and McNeely? Or
I mean, Griot's not playing all that great, so probably a lot. But in a vacuum with their entire PGA Tour career, like there's probably not much of a difference between Patrick Rodgers and Jake Knapp at this point.
Yeah, so I think I'd prefer Rodgers, but I'm an idiot. So.
I don't know. Actually, Rodgers been playing okay lately. So
yeah, he's all right. He's gotten longer off the tee too.
I mean, he's always been kind of long off the tee.
Fine. Maybe I just didn't pay attention.
All right. Do you want to go over the most tip for the week?
Oh yeah, let's do that real quick.
All right. So I have a list. Yep, I have the list you are going to play. I have Cam's guesses in case you strike out.
Okay.
But why don't you go first? There are 7 guys. Yes. Go first, and then you keep going again and again and again. You're like my daughter. She always has a turn. There's 7 guys on the list. Who you picking?
All right. So I'm gonna start with who I texted about because there's no way this kid should be 22, 20-1. I'll go with Luke Clanton because he's so long off the box and he's everybody's new favorite person.
Luke Clanton, number 7.
Ooh, all right. I like getting the last guy first.
Yep, that's just good. Sneaking in. People wanted, I think, are thinking about that 2019 3M where Matthew Wolff and Kyle Morikawa, the shiny new toy. Mm-hmm. So clearly, this is just a shiny new toy coming out party tournament. Just because of that. So all right. So Luke Clanton, number 7. All right, keep you rolling.
Who else? All right, I'll stick to the top of the board. There's got to be one of these two. It's either gonna be Burns or Akshay. I feel like Akshay's been playing better, but Burns wins putting contest. I'll just go Akshay for now because I can't drag the segment out.
Number one on the tip sheet this week.
That's all right. I guess that makes sense. I mean, before the Open, I mean, he was on fire.
Yeah, 5th at Travelers, 2nd at Rocket Mortgage. Wasn't he, I think, the number 1 tip guy at Valero?
Yeah.
So,
hey.
Maybe that could has anyone ever done that? We'll have to ask Matt Gannon.
We'll ask
story of the tip chart. If anyone has ever won twice while being the number 1 tip golfer. All right, so you're doing good. You got there's 5 left. You got 2 through 6.
All right, let's go. We'll go with Cam Davis.
Cam Davis, number 3. Wow, all right. You're getting better at this game.
All right. Okay. How about? I wonder if people are factoring in Stableford scoring. Maybe
they definitely are. They definitely
Dunlap.
Are. Nope, Nick Dunlap not on the list. They don't think he's going to win 3 times.
And
it would continue a trend of he hasn't actually won a legitimate PGA Tour event yet. He's won 2 choke events. So I would have said that if Burns held on. I would have been saying, yeah, that was a big boy win. But no, Amex stinks now, and
Amex is terrible.
Yeah, the Barracuda is horrible, but whatever. All right, so that's strike 1. So you still got 4 more.
Have people learned their? I wonder. He's too. I can't imagine that's the top of the board. I'm thinking about Keith Mitchell, but because of his course history, but people have got to be sick of getting kicked in the dick by fucking Keith Mitchell. All right, this is gonna make me sad, but is Johnny Vegas on there?
He's not on there. Strike 2.
Okay, look at that.
All right, that probably makes you happy then.
Fast run, and then all right, so long, straight, good price. Man, his form's such shit though. I'll go with Jake Knapp.
Jake Knapp, number 2.
That's so dumb.
Can I say this?
Yeah.
At the risk of, because I got my face by calling him out at the Mexico Open, then he won. I think this is one of the laziest picks you could make this week.
I mean, he probably is. Yeah.
Literally, this seems like just
his irons are so bad, they're painful to watch.
This seems like just Open Championship hangover where Cam Champ won here, Mexico Open connection.
Oh, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, probably just that. Even though his form, I mean, he's made like 4 cuts in a row. So congratulations to him. But yes, Jake Knapp is number 2 on the list this week. That should probably be.
How many do I got left?
You have 3 left. You have 4 through 6.
I got 1 strike.
Yeah, 2 strikes.
Well, I'm saying I got 1 strike left.
Yes, 1 strike left.
All right. Bomber lazy narrative. Let's stick with that theme. Yeah. What's he done here? Has he played well here?
Who are you thinking of?
Ekrot. He's got a top 20 here. Done lately.
It's been hitting all right.
He hasn't done shit lately.
Form's been trash. But
I don't care. Ekrot.
Number 4 on the list.
All right, so I got 2 left.
Because he won Honda, so he can win here.
That's true.
Okay. Yeah. Clearly. All right, you got 2 left.
Who he can't be picked again. Tom Hoagie?
Strike 3.
Damn it.
Okay. And I don't think Cam has either of these guys on the list either. So he does not. So he strikes out 2.
Who's left?
Number 5. My nemesis, Adam Hadwin.
Oh, that's weird. Why?
Hadwin's boned me a couple times on outright.
No, but I'm saying, why is he?
Oh, he's been good here. He finished, I think, top 5 a couple years ago. I don't know. It's probably his course fit. And then this one, which I guess I don't find strange. He's playing pretty well right now. Fits the Bomber narrative. There's also another narrative about him that's never seemed to work here. Erik van Rooyen is number 6.
Christ, I think this is where I got my initial scar tissue with this fucking guy.
Yeah, this is where you came up with.
He shot like 108 in the first round.
Yeah, this is where you came up with if there's water, Erik van Rooyen will find it.
Facts. Yeah.
So Now he does actually. That narrative has been broken a little bit because he did really well at PJ National earlier this year. So, but people say it wasn't their Honda, so apparently, that doesn't count.
Not my Honda.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah, apparently it has drained all the water off that golf course that week. So that doesn't matter. But yes, Erik van Rooyen, Mr. Minnesota himself, is number 6.
Why is he Mr. Minnesota?
I think he went to Minnesota. So that's the thing.
In college?
Yeah, so people want to say, oh, well, he played here a lot. He's great, but he's always sucked. So.
All right. Whatever.
All right.
That's not too bad.
All right.
Let's pay the bills, and then we'll run through the card in 25 minutes. So listen, if you plan on watching the 3M this weekend, you need to download Rhythm. Rhythm's golf features make it easier than ever to find the best betting opportunities for the 3M by letting users create custom betting models and instantly see bet recommendations for outright winners, top 5, top 10s, and top 20s. Rhythm presents these bet recommendations in a menu-like format, making it easy to see where your models agree and helping you to feel confident in your betting decisions. Plus, they also have an AI caddy, which gives bettors a chance to see every single golfer in the field's simulated performance. Thanks to Rhythm's powerful AI algorithm, you can use this to find huge plus money betting opportunities throughout every tourney. Rhythm is the ultimate golf betting and DFS companion. Download now to start your free 7-day trial and bet smarter on the 3M. Claim your 7-day free trial by going to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/RITHMM. And the Circa Sports is back with the Survivor and the Circa Millions, giving away $16 million in guaranteed prizes. Imagine the regret you'll feel if you win your office Survivor pool, but you didn't enter the Circa. And of course, Circa contests have zero rake. And if you don't have a trip booked for Vegas yet before football, the ultimate contest weekend is a great time to go hang with Ryan and Sean with some of the best open bar events at the greatest sports book in the world, August 22nd through the 21st. You sign up in person at Circa Sports between now and September 7th, and then you can use a proxy to play from everywhere. We even got a deal with footballcontestproxy.com to save you $50 with promo code SGP.
Okay. All right. Let's go to the top of the board. So you got Tony Finau about 10-1, Sam Burns about 20-1, Akshay, the most tipped golfer of the week, 20-1, Sahith Theegala 22-1, and the invincible Luke Clanton 25-1. You also got Keegan Bradley 30-1, Keith Mitchell 31. We'll stop there for basically top of the board. This probably just feels like Tony Finau. This feels like Tony Finau boned everybody last week and is going to win this week, right?
Listen, I hope not. I'm not betting him. Bye. I mean, whatever. I guess. I don't know, man. You really think he's going to win?
No, I don't think he's going to win. I don't know. That was very weird that he took a month off playing the best golf of his career before the Open.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, very odd. And I was actually listening to the DFS pod with Matt, and he made a good point about Tony. Tony just doesn't care about this week, and he doesn't care about golf. And I actually kind of agree with that. I think he's got his own thing going on. I think he's got his stuff with the kids, which, listen, great. I'm glad you're prioritizing the kids, prioritizing, his.
It's the right priorities if you're thinking about it.
It is. It's definitely the right priorities. But as far as just, golf tournaments go, I don't know. I'm not really. If I miss out on Tony Finau week after last week, I'll be fine. I will sleep soundly at night. So.
Yep.
Passing, but I was considering. I was going back and forth between Burns and Akshay, and
me too.
Okay, so which one do you like better, Burns or Akshay?
So initially, I liked Akshay better.
Oh, because of the chart now.
No,
charts kind of hot.
Like that's dead. Like that whole curse thing is over.
It's dead.
Because I guess going into it before I saw the numbers, I was thinking Burns was going to be where basically Sahith is, right? So like I thought 18-1 is a very fair number for Burns. Somebody who can win a fucking putting contest. His irons can get good. He definitely showed life, right, over the weekend, which was strange. I'm not a big Burns guy, so I guess give me the 2 points with the most tipped golfer of the week. But I was debating between the two of them. I'm probably just going to lay off either one of them, and if I get beat, I get beat.
Okay. All right. Well, the factor with the weather, it's not going to be a putting contest. So Burns is out for me. His ball striking has not been very good, especially off the tee too. Like he was doing pretty well off the tee, but it's kind of subsided a little bit lately. The iron play has not been very good over his last 12 rounds, although it was pretty good at the Open. But how much do you really take away from the Open though? with some weird weather.
Bad
know,
waves.
almost-
Bad waves.
Yeah. Almost feels like you might want to take, maybe not take it out, but just take it with a little bit of a grain of salt.
Grain of salt.
Yeah, a little bit of grain of salt. So, I mean, even though he's popular, I mean, Akshay murders the ball off the tee. Not murders the ball, but like as far as like the stat categories go, he drives it awesome. Hitting a ton of fairways. Iron play's been really good over 150, a lot better than Burns over 150.
Yep.
That would be the guy I would gravitate towards, which clearly makes sense. A lot of people gravitate towards Akshay this week.
Yeah, another community Akshay win. I mean, Xander won 2 majors. Nothing's impossible.
I mean, he was pretty good to me, and I have room. I definitely could put in 20-1 Akshay on my card. So,
yeah, I could too. I'll think about it.
I don't know. I mean, or I could just do, the Steve Schermer positional, not bet outright.
Yeah, let's do that.
And then end up winning for everybody.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Should I just fall on the sword for everybody?
Yeah,
do that?
Yeah.
Okay. You'll never see me again on this channel if that happens. All right. Keith Mitchell.
No. Don't do it.
Empty calorie stats.
Yeah. Don't do
it. I like he always looks good in the ball striking categories. The tee green stuff looks awesome. Off the tee murders it. The approach play is good. And despite all of that, when was
the last time he won? 5 fucking years ago?
It was like 2018 at the Honda.
So even longer than that, 6 years ago.
Yeah. So his last 5 results: Barracuda cut, Genesis cut, T18 John Deere cut, T10 Canadian Open. Like the last time he was even in the mix for a win
was the RBC. Or was it Valero? Where did he shoot 140 on Sunday and he got the stink on Seamus Power? I had 200-1.
Oh, that was Valspar.
Valspar was the last time he was in contention.
I forgot about that because it was T17. But
yeah. Meanwhile, he was fucking he stinks. No more Keith Mitchell, man.
I don't think I can do it at 30-1. Like I feel like I can get comparable Keith Mitchell at double the odds somewhere else. And as somebody who's just been beaten over the head over and over and over by Keith Mitchell. Every time I look at Keith Mitchell and I think about betting him, I always get your voice in my head saying he's a fucking loser. I'm like, all right, maybe I shouldn't, because that's been a very good take you've had of his for his career. So if I'm gonna go under 30, I'm not doing the Luke Clanton thing.
No.
Keegan is kind of broken right now.
Keegan's
focusing on the Ryder Cup assistant captains right now. So what do you like the Webb pick?
Actually.
Yeah. It means that Webb won't be on the team. So
no shit. Yeah, that's why I like it the most, I guess. Yeah.
No,
I mean, look, Webb was a stud golfer for a very long time. And I feel like he's one of the boys. He's a CI La Mafia guy, isn't he? And I love his brother's story. His brother's story that popped up a couple years ago, whatever it was. So yeah, man, whatever. I'm fine with that.
Okay. I think Webb's gonna be perfectly fine.
Yeah, fine.
So let's kind of get some younger blood in the captaincy, anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
So get rid of couples. We don't need Freddie.
Yeah, get rid of Freddie. Get rid of fucking Zach Johnson.
Zach Johnson's. Yeah, well, Zach Johnson's not young either anymore. He's 47.
Fired into the sun for the worst Ryder Cup captaincy of all time.
I don't know about all time.
That's pretty close. Go ahead. I saw you trying to think of it.
Tom Watson was.
It was bad.
Tom Watson was bad.
Watson was bad, but I didn't care about golf.
Hal Sutton was also bad back in the day.
That's true.
Yeah, that was a bad one. Yeah, let's pair Phil and Tiger together. That's great. Okay. All right, let's go over 30-1. You got to be somebody between 30 and 60. You got to bet somebody in this range. So who have you bet?
I bet Davis at 35.
Okay, I'm considering Davis as well.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's obviously he's in good form. He is he's in good form. He's got a bunch of I guess I don't know. He's in good form. He's played really well here. He is the he is the golfer the type of golfer I want here, right? Yeah, I mean, he popped up out of nowhere and got the Rocket Mortgage. The Rocket Mortgage is more difficult than this. I feel like he can play in the wind. He's long, he's straight. Give me Cam Davis, lazy 35-1 pick.
Wait. You said the Rocket Mortgage is more difficult than this golf course?
Yeah. No. Yeah. No, I meant it the other way around.
Okay, I was gonna say, definitely not. TPC
Wait,
Twin
did I say
Cities
that?
is
Yeah.
I'll say this: TPC Twin Cities is basically Rocket Mortgage, but they just have more water.
Yeah, they got more water.
They have more
Exactly.
water.
Yeah. So look, I mean, Cam Davis. I mean, there's nothing not to like about him. I
Okay.
mean, he's the perfect. I feel like he's like the perfect golfer for here, and this would absolutely make sense to me if, when you look at Cam Davis wiki page, he won here.
Okay, so winning twice in 3 starts.
Listen, man, I'm done with that shit. Like this has happened multiple. Like yeah, I'm just done with that. Like yeah, if he can win.
I mean, Lucas Glover won 2 in a row last year.
I know. And then did he win like 3 out of 5? Did he win 3 times?
No, he won twice.
It was back to back. Okay.
Yeah. But no, Cam Davis definitely on the list. He's got a decent, I think he's got like a top 30 finish here, obviously in good form, driving it really good lately. Yeah, I could, and now he's got kind of he got hypnotized, right? So,
oh, did he? Oh, that's right. He did. Fuck yeah. Let's go.
Let's
go, kid.
All right. So he's hypnotized now. So now he's Tiger at this point. All right, fine.
That's it.
All right. I'll probably add Cam Davis. Let's go back a little higher though. So remember when Horschel back in 2014 had that second place finish and then just started winning everything? Just got molten.
He won like the Barracuda or something, didn't he?
No. He won.
Not the Barracuda. Punta Cana, some shitty tournament.
Well, he won Corrales earlier this year.
Yeah.
No, I'm referring to 2014.
Oh, I don't.
I mean, maybe you probably weren't even paying attention at this point.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now, I do know.
Okay, so you're aware that Billy Horschel is a former FedEx Cup champion, right?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, so he out of nowhere, Horschel finishes second at the Dell Technologies at TPC Boston, which I'm surprised. I'm surprised, Boston Capper. You weren't there at TPC Boston.
I didn't care about golf then.
Cheering on Chris Kirk that week.
Yeah,
but so Horschel out of nowhere, I think it was out of nowhere, finishes second and then wins the BMW and then wins the Tour Championship in back-to-back weeks. So Horschel kind of
wild.
Yeah, so Horschel kind of come out of nowhere, and he performed valiantly on Sunday. He didn't completely melt at the Open. I feel bad because I looked at what he was wearing, and he definitely wanted to get photographed with the trophy, with what his cardigan, the polo. How some guys like they just dress like kind of bums, and they're like, yeah, like I know I'm not winning, so I'm just kind of dress like he dressed pretty good. He dressed like I want to be holding that claret jug, dressing my Ralph Lauren, and he didn't end up getting there. So, but he's got a 13th place finish here from last year. He's starting to drive a little better. The iron play's starting to get a little better too. Doesn't hit a lot of bad shots either. That's one thing I looked at because there is a lot of water around the green. So, like the guys just miss big. Those are the ones that are going to pile up a lot of shots. And he hasn't hit a lot of bad shots from under 150 or over 150 this year, even though he doesn't gain a lot of strokes. So I'm considering Billy.
All right.
Maybe riding the wave. Considering Hoagie. But that's another guy you think he's just a loser.
Yeah, he's a loser.
Okay. All right. So I bet a guy in the chart. We just kind of got done ripping him.
Who do we rip?
But I bet EVR at 45-1.
I don't hate it, man. I mean, he does stink here, and I have scar tissue with him. And it is funny. I think every year we do the show, I'm like, oh yeah, this is where I got the scar tissue. I don't hate it. Fine, it is what it is.
So I looked into why he stinks here, because we've always had the narrative of, well, it's just a lot of water, and if there's a water hazard, he's going to find it. He actually drives it really good here. And the problem is his irons. And I went back and looked, and before coming in, like his irons are just kind of trashy ahead of all these Opens. And he's actually like hitting his irons really good this year. He's been really good from over 150.
Really?
Yeah. So he's got a top 10 at Mortgage recently. He's got that like 30th at the Scottish, but he was top 10 heading into the final round and it just completely melted. But
no,
I mean, he's starting to pop. He did well at Honda this year.
Yeah, I mean,
he's
13th. He's 13th off the tee here, based on the last 36 rounds with everybody in the field.
Yeah.
too.
So he drives it well here. He's driving it great right now. And
Yeah.
he's hitting his iron really good. I kind of like so I bet him at 40. So I bet him at 45.
Well, fine. I don't hate it.
Yeah.
This is what it is.
Okay. I also bet Kurt Kitayama at 55 to 1.
Okay.
So hitting the ball better. Never played here before, but he's won it in Arnold Palmer. He's won Bay Hill.
Bay Hill.
Won Bay Hill, you can win here.
That's fair.
And it's going to be windy over the weekend. It was really windy when he won Bay Hill.
All right.
He obviously is not all that good with the putter. He's never really been great with the putter, but if this is a 3M, that I know you keep saying it's going to be a putting contest, but in the years that
with the wind, you're right.
Yeah, if it's windy, it's more of a ball striking contest. I like a guy like Kitayama. So, like for example, like Tony Finau, the year he won, that was a ball striking contest because it was really windy, and he was not a great putter coming in. So he just ended up kind of finding like a little bit that week. So I like Kitayama, and then I also bet Chan Kim I got him at 70s at 60 to 1.
So I had him written down. Sell me on him.
Right.
I had him written down. I don't know a whole lot about him, but the numbers look good, and his history here isn't bad.
No, he's never played it before.
Wait, who? So no. So yeah, maybe it's just his numbers that look good because I don't written.
Yeah. So his ball strike, he's hit it really good lately. Ball striking numbers look great. He's driving it really good. It's a good combination of length and accuracy. Like, he's not the longest guy, but he hits a lot of fairways. So he hits a reasonably good amount of fairways. So I'm in on that. Gains a lot of strokes from under 150, does decently from over 150. Not a great putter, but that's starting to heat up a little bit.
Okay.
Did well the Mexico Open this year. Did well, I think, at Amex, which has like the stadium course there has a fair amount of water. He did good recently at 10th at the ISCO, 12th at John Deere, 14th Valero. So, yeah, I just coming in decent form, hitting the ball pretty good, driving it pretty good. 70 to 1 on him. I'll take that.
Yeah.
So those are the 3 guys. Yeah, so those are the only 3 guys I bet.
So Chan Kim, so in the last 36, I have him tee to green, second in this field. 18th from 150 to 175, and 15th off the tee.
Yeah, he's been driving it really good lately.
I think I'm going to join you on him because I wrote him down with a big question mark. So
yeah, so he has only lost strokes with his irons once since March.
Okay.
Since March 31st. I mean, there's a couple of tournaments in there that, like, Corrales didn't have stats, but he finished 6th there. So I'm assuming probably his irons good there. The only time he did not get strokes off with the irons is the Canadian Open. But gaining 5 straight tournaments off the tee, his putting, which has been a kind of a disaster all year, but it's been a little better lately.
Okay, so I was debating between him and Sam Stevens, so I'm going to go with Chan Kim at the same price.
Okay. I mean, I technically could go Sam Stevens too, and I was looking at him as well. But I feel like Sam Stevens always burns me, but
yeah, I feel like the same thing. That's the. And once again, I don't think I know if I fucking tripped over him. So, yeah, I'm going to go on Chan Kim. Okay, I like that a lot.
What about Johnny Vegas?
Yeah, man, of course. I mean, look, he was literally my first bet of the week. You said you knew that was going to be my thing, and absolutely is. I mean, if you look at the stats, right? I went to the last 24 rounds because I wanted form and I wanted to shape my narrative. So he's 8th in tee to green, 20th, 175 to 200, 20th and 150. So nice and steady, 150 to 175. Top 10 off the tee. Plays well here, coming off of 2 top 20s. Let's go, Johnny Vegas, 75 to 1 all day.
Okay. It might be just positional for Vegas because I still remember our first ever episode, you getting really excited about Vegas at Wyndham, and you finished dead last. Then we almost hit.
It might not have been a golf course fit. Looking back on it now,
probably not. What's funny though is considering all the heartbreak I've had on this show in this season. Our first ever episode, I had Billy Horschel coming into the lead down the back 9 at Wyndham, and he blew it to Jim Herman. Something called Jim Herman.
The Herminator.
Herminator. Yeah, if only I knew I was going to be signed up for 5 years or 4 years of pain with that tournament there, starting this
Yep.
podcast. So,
All right, so we're getting tight on time for me. So talk to me about. So I bet Novak, right? Just out of pure muscle reaction.
I'm surprised because you've had a lot. I've seen a lot of Novak sucks texts come in from you.
Yeah, I know, but
Okay.
the numbers are always just so like attractive. It's like
He's not
80 to 1.
he's not driving all that good lately though.
So yeah, so he's not, but I mean he's still in decent form, other than one.
He is.
And that's the thing that keeps sucking me back in. It's awful.
So
He's
it's
definitely going to be positional. So I always
Yeah.
cover.
Okay.
I always cover it with positionals with him, because I don't know if he'll actually win. But dude, I mean, he cashed. I think it was like 4 or 5 to 1 top 20s for me in a row. And then hit it again at the Deer for me. So, yeah, man. Listen, I'm going to bet him to win. I'll bet him top 10 and top 20 as well.
Okay. Yeah, he's doing mostly with the putter. I have him highlighted. I might join a positional. See if I can get a decent
All right.
Probably not.
I want
top
your
30.
Thoughts.
Okay, go for it.
No, definitely not top 30. He's either top 20 or dead.
Yeah.
That's it. All right. I want your thoughts on who I think is a great fucking pick and a great value. Sam Ryder at 150 to 1.
He stinks.
Dude, he has good course history here. He top 10 last time he was here. Cut T25, cut T34. So if you take a look at what he's been doing recently.
All right. He has been slightly better.
He's been T34, T25. Let's take a look at the stats here. Where did he go? Yeah, there he is. Yeah, so not great with the irons right now, but dude, at 125 to 1, I don't know, whatever. Or 150 to 1 rather. Like, I'm fine. I like that one a lot.
All right,
I'm definitely doing position.
All right, so everybody's hot for like Luke Clanton and Michael Torbjornsen. What about Neil Shipley? Not to win.
Oh, that's a guy.
He's doing good. I like his personality too. Like, he seems like a real red ass. But
he is. That's why I like him.
Yeah, but the iron play's been really good. Other than John Deere, but 6 at ISCO, T40 at the Barracuda, T20 at Rocket Mortgage. I mean, T26 at the US Open, made the cut at the Masters.
I don't hate it. 14th tee to green in the last 24 rounds out of everybody.
That's probably a positional play for me. If I like Kurt Kitayama, I probably got to like Kevin Yu because they're basically the same guy. Kevin Yu is essentially Kitayama.
So I have him with a giant question mark as well. He was next to it because his stats profile, he's 5th from 175 to 200, 4th from 150 to 175, 4th in tee to green, 14th off the box. That's a yummy stat profile.
Yeah, I think I'll probably end up betting Kevin Yu. I mean, it's 100 to 1.
Has he played here before?
Yeah, he's it's not great course history, but he was really good tee to green here. Did not putt very well though, which is not surprising. It's Kevin Yu. He sucks at putting. But he's popped a couple times this year. He's gotten kind of in the mix. Like, he got in the mix at Wyndham before he had the most egregious drop of the century. He got in the mix at Amex. So yeah, I mean, that could work. Oh, hi Cam.
What about Mac Messner? Did y'all watch the Barracuda this weekend?
I watched a little bit. Mac Messner's on my radar as well. That's highlighted. Hitting it pretty good. Hits a lot of fairways, a lot of good finishes this year. Young kid, he's only 25. So yeah, I could see that. That's somebody I'm considering as well.
Three top 20s in a row in pretty similar fields. I mean, we're not talking about a guy that I'm thinking is going to contest in a full field, but top 20s at John Deere, ISCO, and then Barracuda. So here's pretty much the same.
Okay. Yeah.
What number you see on that?
I just saw him 55.
55, 60. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in that range.
So all right. So I guess between him and Ben Griffin, I mean, who would you look at?
I like Messner better. Griffin.
Okay.
He doesn't drive it good. And I get worried about him on like a course like this. So Other than that, though, like Hayden Buckley 150. He's a name.
Yeah.
Did well Colonial. It's not really correlated, but it was windy there. Gary Woodland's 150.
No.
Can't Scam Champ 170.
Nope.
No, not falling for that again.
Nope.
Nick Hardy 250 to 1.
I looked at that one. I'm not gonna lie.
You do. You love Nick Hardy. He's hit it pretty good lately.
I know. And then I looked at it. So like 2 of the last 3 cuts, but I mean, those are shitty ass fields, and he's still coming fucking outside of the top 50.
Yeah, it is. That's probably about it. So I'll have my betting card out tomorrow for the 3M.
Yeah,
I know you gotta get out of here. Thanks for being patient. Take us out.
Yep. Yeah, but I mean, look, Cam says that I mushed myself when I put out my card. I hit the winner the week before, no card. Next week, completely crushed at the Open. So if I release my card this week and it's another disaster, I'm not releasing the card again. You can listen to the show and write them down. That's the way it's going to work.
Okay. There you go. All right, take us out.
All right. So we'll be back in about 25 to 30 minutes, however long it takes me to pick up the kid from work. And yeah, we're going to go over Live UK, baby. I have zero clue about the golf course at all. So Steve's going to educate me and you on who to bet on Live. Other than that, never asked for rate and review. Forgot to do it during Open. So if you're still listening now, go ahead and throw us a 5-star rate and review on Apple, Spotify, wherever you listen. Other than that, it's a 3M. Completely different from what we saw at Troon. Troon was a great tournament. Still win money on this. Let's fucking go.